guys, welcome to the review show. My name's Austin. The End of Oak Street stars Anna Hathaway and Ewan McGregor. After a mysterious cosmic event rips Oak Street from Siberia and transports their neighborhood to someplace unknown, the Platt family soon discovers their very survival depends on them sticking together as they navigate their now unrecognized surroundings. This was a movie that I was actually really looking forward to because I like dinosaurs. I mean, my favorite movie of all time is Jurassic Park, and lately the Jurassic sequels have not been fulfilling my need of terror when it comes to dinosaurs eating people. And so when I heard of this movie, and it's not only that, it stars Ewan McGregor and Anna Hathaway to be in this movie running away from dinosaurs. And it's not only that, it's the director of It Follows, one of the greatest horror films from the past 10 years. Like, everything about this movie was looking to be good, and there's fun parts about this movie. Anne Hathaway is probably the best part about the movie. She's kind of like the only one that does really have any form of a character arc, and she does do enough with her to give any form of emotional weight to the film. Ewan McGregor, there's parts where he is fine. You know, I like Obi-Wan Kenobi, but this movie, they didn't really give him much to do. But how are the dinosaur segments in this film? And they are really good when the dinosaurs do show up. And the film does take its time to kind of play around with the dinosaurs to really start showing them on screen. It definitely takes the Jurassic Park or Jaws route where it takes its time to show them, and it does a very good job at building that suspense for them. Even one part kind of catching me off guard at times, I was like, oh wow, I didn't think they would go this far with it. Like, there's actually a bit of gore in this movie, and you would never see that in a Jurassic Park movie ever, at least a Jurassic World movie. So I do have to give this film props. The majority of this film, though, is just meh. That is the best way I can describe the overall film. It's just meh. Like, this movie has no meat to the bone. Like, I could care less of like anything that happens in this movie. The only reason why there is a slight of like kind of like sense of care because of Anna Hathaway's acting. She is the only one in this movie that doesn't feel like they phoned it in. Like, she is the only one that actually seems like she is trying in this film. But it doesn't help that the film just doesn't have any interesting characters. This movie mainly focuses on one family, which is completely fine, but the family is boring and they try to make them look smart, but at times are really stupid. There's times where this movie unnecessarily forces conflict for no reason. Like, there's so many easy ways to write around certain segments to get to one part of the film that they really needed to get to, like to get them to get chased by dinosaurs. Like, they write them in the most idiotic way possible. It's like, well, let's just make the characters look stupid, so then this is the reason why the dinosaurs are chasing them. It's like they couldn't figure out how to write around to get to one point to another point. Just simply just never really cared. Like, the dialogue in this film is so wooden. Exposition in this film just feels so forced. The family drama between Anne Hathaway's character and Ewan McGregor's character don't really feel natural at all. Like, there's like this forced, like, you know, subplot where they're gonna get divorced. So, a bully subplot in this film that is set up and is poorly executed later on in the film. It's like they actually forgot about it. Like, fuck, we set this up. We need to write this into the film, and it just doesn't. By the time that the film resolves it, it doesn't make any sense. It just feels completely random, and you could take it out of the film and it wouldn't change anything. And also the forced exposition to the reason why that all of this is happening. Like, everyone just somehow just kind of agrees on one thing, like, yep, nope, that's what it is. That, okay, so that's the case. So we wait here until that thing happens again. It's like, wait, how did we all know this? And it has to do with one character knowing a certain thing because this one character read a book. There's also times that this movie that tries to play around with comedy and, you know, terror. This movie's trying to be scary as well, but it has a tone conflict where it doesn't know which one it wants to be, if it wants to be more horror or, you know, funny. And so at times those tones don't really work very well. And at times, literally, that there's supposed to be like a serious moment that is funny, and it's also a funny moment that just doesn't actually that isn't actually funny. Like there's times where you're like, wait, was that supposed to be a joke? But it's even more funny when it's not even supposed to be funny. Like the whole entire scene when they're trying to come up with a plan and try to figure out what's going on while they're having this conversation. There's literally people screaming in the background and gunshots going off. And throughout the whole entire time, I'm not thinking about the conversation. I'm thinking about what's going on outside. It's like I want to know what's happening out there. Can I can we see that? Like, but what also bothers me is that once this family group of family ever thinks about like trying to go help out another family that is being terrorized by dinosaurs, like it never actually crosses their minds at all, and it actually kind of frustrated me. It's like you're supposed to be our main hero, and you're not once you're just kind of just thinking of yourself. And I get it. It's like, every person for themselves or every family for themselves, survival instincts, which is totally fine if it made sense for the characters and if they also didn't try to set up like that these people are really good in the first 15 minutes. Throughout the first 15 minutes, the movie tries to set up like that this is like a perfect family. Like, oh, you guys have, like, there's literally a person says like, oh, you have a perfect family to Ewan McGregor's character. And like they're made out to be like really nice people, but throughout the whole entire film, they did not give two shits about anyone else. What really ruins the whole movie for me is the ending. The ending is so bad. It makes everything in this movie pointless and also makes the characters look bad. And I want to talk about it so much, but I will do a spoiler review. I don't know when, but I do want to talk about it. I think I might go watch it one more time just to get my overall understanding, just to break it down in a spoiler talk. But I would, but besides for that reason, I would never watch this movie ever again. I'm actually kind of forgetting about it while I'm talking about it. It's not bad. Like, this is not like a bad movie. It's just not rememberable. Like, it has its moments. I wish that they took like the extra 5 seconds to look at the script and just be like, you know what? Instead of writing it this way, why don't we write it like this, where like the characters have to go out and look for food, and that's why they start getting chased by dinosaurs, because they have to go out and survive. Or a dinosaur busts through their little house that they're camping in for the time being. And so, well, now their camp is destroyed, so now they have to go find another place to stay. Like something like that. Or literally going helping out other families that are getting chased by that. Like, kids do die in this movie. You don't see anything. It's off screen deaths, but kids are being murdered. So it's like, they could have done some cool sequences. They could have done a bit more cool sequences, but again, it could have been buzzer restraints. But I would have rather, if we're gonna spend the time with these characters, to be in this one house for some part of the film, the dialogue has to be good, and the dialogue just wasn't, and it doesn't help that some parts were funny and intentionally funny. Probably one of the worst editing and directing of a movie I've seen in a while. There's a weird shot on particular characters' faces where it's really close up and it's very focused on them, but you can still see what's going on in the background, focusing on like another character. And you think at some point it would become a sequence where they focus on one thing, like one character's talking, and you see a dinosaur like sneaking up behind them with this one camera shot. No, they don't do anything like that. There is a scene like that where a dinosaur is sneaking up behind a certain character, but it's a big wide shot. It's a huge ass dinosaur that's trying to sneak up behind them. And they don't know that this big ass dinosaur is right behind them. It's like, this is like the most quiet ass fucking dinosaur. I'm gonna give the Inn of Oak Street a D plus. It's not very good. It's not terrible either. I'm just not really gonna remember this at all. It's just unfortunate. I really wanted to like this movie, and there was potential of this movie being really good, but at the end of the day, I was more curious what was going to happen after than what actually happened in this movie. Like, the way that this movie ended was more interesting than what we got. I know there's a few people that are really liking it for what it is, but I can't get behind any of the characters. And that would be fine if it was a movie about dinosaurs eating people, which it kind of is, but at the same time, it's kind of not, because a lot of the deaths that do happen off screen, besides one particular kind of scene. But even then, it's not really that. It's not really anything special either. So at the end of the day, it just kind of just becomes this thing that is just a movie that you won't remember after one day. But anyway, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Like always, I'll see you guys next review. Bye, guys.